All right, so today we're going to continue on with chapter 4. Okay, this is at the end of section 3 that we're going to be talking about. So this will finish up our notes for the week. So first we're going to talk about forests. Okay, they protect soil from erosion. They provide habitats, and they yield useful products. What does yield mean here? If you yield a useful product. Yeah, right? It produces, it gives useful products. Okay. So we have two key terms that we're going to associate with forests. Okay, so the first is deforestation, the destruction or loss of forests. Okay. So 31% of the world is covered by forests. Okay. And 46 to 58,000 square miles are lost each year, okay, to deforestation. That's about 36 football fields a minute, to give you a better idea of that. Okay, so we're losing 36 football-sized fields of forest, okay, to deforestation every minute. Okay, kind of crazy to think about, right? 36 football fields, that's quite a big area, especially every minute. So how do we fight this? Reforestation, okay? This is the replanting of trees to build forests back up, okay? And today, our rate of reforestation is greater than the rate of deforestation, okay? So these two words are pretty similar, right? We just have the D, think destruction, deforestation, destruction. And then we have reforestation, think replanting, okay? It's got the R's, reforestation, replanting, deforestation, destruction, okay, to help us not get confused by those two terms, okay? But again, reforestation, we're replanting trees to build our forests back up, okay, that we lose through deforestation, okay, the destruction or loss of forests. Next, we're going to move on to talking about air and water. Humans, plants, and animals need air and water to survive. What kind of resources are air and water? Yeah, what were those two types, Ethan? And what are these two? Yes, these are renewable resources. Okay, air and water. What are non-renewable resources? Yeah, because once you use them up, right, you don't have them anymore. Okay, so we have renewable, non-renewable resources, right? And air and water would fit under renewable. Good. But chemicals interact with sunlight and create smog. How do you think smog is going to affect our air and water? Negatively or positively? Yeah, negatively. So we get acid rain. How many have heard of that term? Acid rain. Have we heard of it before? So it's when chemicals combine with water vapor in the atmosphere, and it damages trees, plants, and it can also kill fish. Okay, so destruction to our trees, plants, and animals. Okay, but again, that's when chemicals interact, okay, with the sunlight That smog, okay, combines with the water vapor in the atmosphere, right? That condenses. And then it comes out as precipitation, but that water's been polluted, right? And we call that acid rain, okay? This polluted rainwater, okay, can also damage the ozone layer, okay, which absorbs harmful UV rays from the sun and protects living things. Okay, so the ozone layer, very important, right? Absorbs harmful UV rays and protects living things, okay? Pollution damages this layer, right? That acid rain, okay, those chemicals in the water, right? They also affect our ozone layer. All right. Now we're going to look at two terms specifically related to water. Okay, so continuing on with water, aqueducts, okay, artificial channels for transporting water. We talked about some regions having dry weather, okay, not a lot of rainfall, or maybe the land is very sandy, okay. Aqueducts would be used to bring water to those dry areas, okay. So it's an artificial channel made for transporting water. And in most cases, to bring water to dry areas, okay. Our second term, aquifers, they're deep wells drilled to reach groundwater, okay. So groundwater, deep within earth, right? We need to access that. Okay, that's where we get most of the water we use from. Okay, so it's a deep well drilled to reach that groundwater. Okay, so again, aqueducts and aquifers. Those are our two key terms I want us to know when we're talking about water. Now we're going to move into talking about mineral resources. So what are minerals? They're solid substances that come out of the ground. Okay, examples would be metals, rocks, salt. Okay, these are all considered to be minerals, okay, that we get out of the ground. Okay. What do we use minerals for? What are different things we make? So let's look at one of our examples, metals, right? What do metals make? Mm-hmm. Yeah, jewelry, right? Rocks. Rock materials can be used in construction, right? So again, minerals are used for many different things. And, right, like you guys mentioned, construction, right? Different rocks, jewelry, using metals, okay, and also manufacturing. So those are all different ways that we can use and utilize minerals from the ground, okay? So how do we get these minerals? Okay, we extract them from mines and we remove them from ore. Okay, so ore is a mineral-bearing rock. So we get those minerals from this rock, okay, called ore. The last thing our book talks about a little bit is recycling. And basically talking about how we can slow our use of non-renewable resources. Okay, so the more we recycle, the more we slow that process of using up our non-renewable resources. Okay. If you look at a lot of the different things that you use, okay, many products are made from recycled materials. What do you find on the bottom of like plastic products that tell you they can be recycled? Yeah, this sign right here, right? Anything that can be recycled typically has that recycling symbol on it, right? A lot of plastic bottles, plastic pop bottles, that sort of thing, most have that little recycling symbol on the bottom of them. All right. But the more you recycle, okay, the more we slow that process of using our non-renewable resources. Okay. Recycle, recycle, recycle. Does anyone in here recycle? Any of your families recycle? Yep. Typically, you have 2 separate garbage cans, right, for pickup. I know my recycling comes every other Monday. Or you can bring it to, where's the recycling place here in Morris? Is there one in Hancock too? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Yep, so recycling centers, right? You can bring your recycling directly there. There's one in Hancock, there's one in Morris. Or through your garbage services, I think you can have like a separate garbage can for recycling. Okay. So lots of different ways you can do that. All right.